What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and we are once again over on the Save the World grind, this time playing a little bit of some ventures. But with that said, in today's YouTube video, we are of course continuing the topic of Battle Royale news, and especially collaborations, because as it appears in the V24.30 files, aka the most recent update, known as the Star Wars update by us over here on the YouTube channel and everywhere else, Epic Games has been working on some more collaborations behind the scenes. In yesterday's video, we talked about Goku Black potentially coming to the game very soon, with the textures matching up 1-to-1 with a Goku Black skin. Despite the fact that it hasn't released yet, we know it's guaranteed that it is that skin, so it's like, a matter of waiting at this point to figure out when they eventually release it into the game. But other than that, some things that we noticed at the start of this update were IDs relating to a brand new Spider-Man x Fortnite collaboration. And with Spider-Man Across the Universe actually releasing very soon, in a few months, or actually not across the universe, I think it was across the Spider-Verse, mind you, releasing in a few months, it is something that kind of matches up to what we've all been hearing about recently, especially with the codenames and everything else, that we will be getting a Spider-Man collaboration in the very near future with 2 new skins. We will also be speculating on what we think those skins are going to be and everything else like that, so let's just go ahead and dive into everything by explaining how we know that this is even a Spider-Man collaboration. So firstly, when it comes to the codenames and everything, other than the fact that the codenames mention the word web in them, which, Epic Games could technically use for any codename, I guess, at the end of the day, the reason why we know that these web codenames are actually for a Spider-Man collaboration is because they're being used for the actual web slingers, meaning that the web slingers that, we find on the Battle Royale island that we can kind of use and we see revamped all the time into like ODM gear, the grapple gloves, all that type of stuff, is set to return once again very soon with the original Spider-Man mechanics and everything, because it's set to be a Spider-Man version of it once again, and it's almost like we can never escape those items, right? It's like they were so popular when they got added to the game that Epic Games was like, you know what? Even when we're not having a collaboration, even when we're doing collaborations with other things, we are just going to reskin these and redesign them slightly every single time because everyone loves them, myself included, and you know what? They're never leaving the game, right? It's probably one of the most frequently redesigned items we've seen recently in Fortnite, and I'm completely fine with it. But yeah, regarding the actual codename, the Fearless Flight codename, that is being used for the upcoming web shooters that will be added to the game as part of the collaboration, and they're set to be a redesigned version of the ones we've already had in the game, right? So they're not going to be like the ones we've already had where, it has the whole entire like Spider-Man specific color scheme on it, but instead it appears that it's going to be the exact same, but it's going to have a different color scheme, mesh, texture, whatever else going on for this version, which makes me think that regarding the codenames and everything, most likely we are finally going to be seeing Miles Morales releasing into the game as an actual item shop character, or even in the battle pass or something like that. But of course it isn't just Miles Morales, because in terms of all the codenames and everything, we have 2 skins, 3 back blings, 1 emote, 2 pickaxes, 2 emojis, and 1 spray. Now regarding the 2 emojis, these go under the codename of Fearless Web, so instead of being the flight codename or anything that is being used everywhere else, it appears that maybe this is like a website challenge that they'll release later down the line, or at least that's what G Matrix Games, one of the people who helps me find all these IDs and everything, thinks regarding all of the codenames. But regarding, the skins themselves and everything, sure, there's the Fearless Web codename for the emojis, but the skins themselves go under Fearless Flight. Now, an interesting thing to mention about the skins is that we have 2 of them, of course, but they each have a unique codename going with them. Firstly, we have Fearless Flight Hero, and then Fearless Flight Menace, meaning that we should be getting 2 skins in the game, one being a hero-themed skin and one being under the Menace codename, and the most popular speculation right now is Hero most likely is going to be Miles Morales, especially since the new movie coming out, it matches Miles Morales very well, and then the other codename Menace most likely is going to be for Spider-Man 2099. Now, I'd love to hear in the comments down below, though, regarding this whole entire leaked collaboration and everything. Of course, it's not encrypted in the files, at least what we're aware of right now, but it is something that Epic Games is finalizing, finishing up for the near future. What do you think the skins are going to be? Do you think it's going to be Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2099, or do you think it's going to be someone else, or are you just hopeful that Epic Games does more than just these 2 characters for the Spider-Man collaboration? Personally, for me, I'm excited to see Miles Morales added to the game and Spider-Man 2099, because those are both, specific Spider-Man themed characters that I've wanted to see in the game for a while. And I mean, everyone's kind of hyped up Miles Morales for the longest time now, so it was only a matter of time until Miles Morales actually did get added to Fortnite, because let's be honest, they were one of, like the characters that people wanted to see in the game very soon. So seeing that it's returning and that we're going to actually get the web shooters and everything else added back as part of this collaboration, and not only that, but something else I kind of skipped over originally when making this video, is the fact that we are also going to be seeing the actual Spider-Gwen character as an NPC on the island once again. It definitely definitely all matches up and gets us pretty excited to see what Epic Games ends up doing, because it's like they're not just doing, you know, a skin drop in the game, right? They're bringing back the web shooters, they're going to have Spider-Gwen as an NPC, we're getting 2 skins, we're getting a lot of back blings, we're getting another emote, pickaxes, emojis, you know, we're getting tons of stuff for this collaboration, and it's going to be nice to see just, you know, more Spider-Man themed stuff in the game, especially for people who have been wanting Miles Morales in the game for a very, very long time. So of course I thought I would just share this information with you guys, because, you know, there's definitely some people out there who might have missed this topic, since, you know, when everything first got leaked, it was kind of funny because everyone was like, you know, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, there's Star Wars this, Star Wars that, and then in the middle of a giant Star Wars spam was just, by the way guys, hey, FireMonkey here, we're getting more we're getting more Spider-Man cosmetics in Fortnite, you know, and then back to Star Wars right afterwards, right? So it was kind of brushed over real quickly, but it was something that is still hyped to hear about and, you know, see Epic Games work on behind the scenes, because it just means, hey, we already know that there's another collaboration going on, and this time, since we have code names and tons of IDs and stuff, we can guarantee that it is a Spider-Man collaboration. So, you know, it just gives us something to look forwards to that isn't in the area of, oh, hey, you know, this is a rumor, we haven't found anything in the files or anything. But this is an area where it's like, even if this gets scrapped in the future, which I highly doubt it, Epic Games has it in the files, Epic Games has been working on it, and we have the unique IDs for this, and this, so it is something just to be excited for. But with that said, hope you champs and jammets enjoyed today's YouTube video. If you did, consider subscribing to support the content I create, and as always, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video where we talk about whatever it is that I decide to talk about. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.